So welcome to this video. We'll be going for a walkthrough on the enthusiast version of Evala software. Uh, this consists of two sessions. First comes with the administration walkthrough, where we can call it as admin ID or master ID. So where we will be controlling all aspects of office branches, employees, and our client level setups. So all kinds of setups like emails, everything can be controlled with this administrative part. As well, we will be controlling the report outputs. We can define our own headers, footers, and reference numbers. And the second session will be of the process walkthrough, where the employee will be logging in. So to start up the flow from initiation until the completion, the second session will be the one explaining all those steps. So let's now start with the administration walkthrough. So this will be the landing page once we all logged in. So first we will start up with a small summary about all the tools available in the page, and then we will be entering into the detailed explanations. Right. So first thing we are looking into is the office branch. So office branch is nothing but as a vendor, we will be having multiple branches, one or more branches. So we can add those stuffs inside this office branch, and we can manage a separate uh, uh, details for each and every branches, and we can tag the clients, we can tag the employees into this office branches. And next thing is the employee management, which we can call it as team, where we'll be creating the IDs for each and every employee based upon their roles and responsibilities. We can assign the uh, roles, and we can enable the authentications for them. And next thing is comparable. So wherever the site engineers go for site visits, they will be getting the comparable data, which we can call it as a reference data during the site visit, so that the engineer has options to upload in mobile application. As well, we have options in the web level to add those stuffs. So which will be coming to the admin level for approval. So in order to reduce the false entries, only the admin has the power to approve it. And next thing is travel insights, which will be carrying the informations about the distance traveled by site engineers on daily basis. So which we can make use of it to calculate the conveyance calculations for the engineers, as well for the runner boys. And next is the email templates, which is already having some default defined emails. So wherever it comes the situation like the Evelo will be communicating with the clients, through emails. So those emails will be automatically triggered from Evelo with the help of these templates, which is already defined in Evelo. And next thing comes is the receivable management. So that is meant for the billing purposes, where we can raise by attaching the externally prepared invoices, and we can maintain the status end-to-end trackings. And we can update the statuses once the payment is received. So which we will be used by the accounts department as a whole, right? And next thing is the mobile fields apps, where the vendor can define their own questions in the mobile application, which is already given provisions in many categories. Under the categories, they can add the fields required, and that is to be also customized from their end itself. And next level is clients, where the agency will be having a lot of clients. Clients in the terms we refer to the bank. So bank is segregated into three segments. So we will come to see once we come to this particular section. And MIS, So as a part of the management, we can have end-to-end tracking over cases, or that XLMIS will be helpful. Delegate authority. So it is to define approval limits for the reviewers. Once the finalizer is defined, so we can have restrictions over approving limitations. So that may be over banks, that may be over property types, or it may be over values. And locational management. So we have survey blacklisted properties, means we can add those negative properties, since similar to that of the comparable, we can have the blacklisted properties. And then for also locational management. So wherever you are operating, you can add these stuff, so which will be helpful for you in the future aspects. We will be linking with another business modules, everything for which, so it is required to add these stuffs. And download media files at a simple download option. You can download your media files of last 1 week, like and you can keep it in your physical system. Instead of having it in the server, you can keep it in your physical system. That's what about the smaller summary of this. So let me get inside this in detail. So first and foremost thing I'm going to explain is the profile setup. So for this profile setup, we will be guiding you in from the backend for adding all those stuffs. So requirements is nothing but the PDF report, how the PDF output should be, and what are the data it should contain, just like a header, footer, reference number, signature copies. So all those stuffs you can have defined here, and your internal reference number. So you can have two reference numbers. One is the internal reference number defined by Evalo in auto-based manner, and then your own defined reference number. So you can switch between them as per your requirement. And you can upload your headers, footers, and then soft copy signatures as required. You can just upload and you can maintain. Then how the alignment of the page numbers, how the alignment of internal reference number should reflect. So all those steps you can define. And address in the site photo. So if you require the address and tags in the photographs which you upload in the report copies, so if you want, you can just mention it as yes. And then reference number. So default is nothing but you can see 0 there. So your first report starts with 0001. So if it goes on to infinity, if you are choosing the mode as default. So if you are choosing the financial year, every financial the number is revised to 1. So say example, I'm saying Evalo 2020/5/1. It if it is the financial year ends again from 2021, it will start from 1. And then if you're choosing the calendar year, similar to this, it starts from April. If you're choosing the calendar year, it starts from January. And then mail setup. So everything will be helped out from the backend. So this is about the Google Map API key, which we need to generate it from the backend, and that is has to be updated. And you can see the locational intelligence. So this helps us in getting nearby landmarks, popular landmarks in auto-based manners. So which will be extracted from the Google map and will be displayed, which is based on the artificial intelligence. Change password. So if you feel like you want to change the password, you can make use of these options. So that's all about the profile. And first thing, the tool we are getting inside is the office. So for every tool, add option will be there on the right top side, branch detail. So here, the city center, office center, everything must be in terms of Google coordinates. So the reason for adding the latitude, longitude in the city center and office center is nothing but the distance from the property to the city center will be fetched automatically, and wherever it is required, it is auto-populated. As well, once you download the MIS copy from the system, you can get all those details. So based on which a radius, you can define the radius, and if any fee structure based on the radius is there, you can make use of this option to check on the radius. So that's it. There is no delete option. If once it is created, you have option for editing it. Why the delete option is not provided as once you delete it, everything gets stacked based on the branches, employees, everything. So for all those steps, we don't have the option of deleting it. Instead of, we have option for inactivating it, deactivate. You can select the respective one and you can deactivate it. If in case any additions required, you can just make use of this edit option to do that. So this is how, if you have multiple branches, you can make use of this add button to add multiple branches. And the next tool is the team, where we will be creating IDs for each and every employee. The admin ID is only meant for only the administrative purpose. Whatever be the process like initiation from the report approval, for everything we need to create IDs. So I'm just creating an ID for a reviewer. So we have defined the roles. The major roles are like first thing is the document collection. So who picks the document? So we can call it him as a runner boy who is picking the document from the banks, and then enter new visit, which we can call it as an initiation. So who is punching the case first in Evalo for the process startup. And then once initiated, that will come to the site engineer who will be doing the site visit and updating the data in mobile application. So the dedicated mobile application what Evalo is giving. And once it is done, that comes to the backend team, which we can call it as a report executive, who will be preparing the reports based on the informations provided by the site engineer and the documents which is already uploaded in the initiation level. And then once the report is completed, it comes to the reviewer queue, where he will be reviewing all those steps, comparing the data, and he will be approving the reports and sharing it with the clients. And finally, invoice collections. So the accounts department for the cases done, the previous month, they will be raising the invoices and they will be maintaining it. So I'm just preparing an ID for reviewer. So reviewer also does some works. So based on let's say enter new visit. So if the same person wants to assign the cases and also want to check MIS, so you can assign additional roles. Now I'm just creating an ID for a approver. So with additional roles, so he himself will be initiating a case, which means that we have to click on initiate new visit. So once the case is initiated, he has to assign the case. So even he is a reviewer, we can have the site engineer role enabled, because he himself might go for some high value property visits or anything else. So we can enable the roles. Likewise, field settings, LOS, nothing but loan account system. So this is the private banks or any banks are having their own loan operating system, means portals, online portals, where the agencies, the valuation agency had to upload their reports into their bank's portal. So we can have this role enabled. If we have this role enabled, so the particular employee can track whether the updations in the LOS has happened or not. Likewise. So, and then print report. So the document entry guy can be enabled with this print report, so that he can maintain the track over what are the reports printed and not printed. Conveyance information, as an explained, So the distance travel. Historical report, that is one another feature where before coming to evalu, you might done a lot of reports. So instead of searching it outside for data collections, you can upload all those stuffs inside this. You can have the data inside evalu, and that might pop up you in the reference rate reference tables. Master search authority is you have this option. You can enable this. They can search any data based upon these six categories. So internal case IDs and bank reference number, mobile number, loan number, client and the name, bank name. So based upon this search is called master search. And then references, as I said, the sale comparable options, survey blacklist, and delete rights. So if any false entries of cases or duplicate entries, so the role can delete the cases. And then MIS options, report executives. Valuable location is nothing but, so you have the tracking options. The current location of the engineers can be tracked using this. And digital signature, as of now, it is not in place, and we are working on that. And invoice management, offline data upload, that is of two types. I'll explain you once we come to the process. Restricted approving authority, right now I'm just giving it as no. Once I'm coming to the restricted approving authority, let me explain what is that restriction approving authority. And I'm just tagging the branch, giving the name, email address, mobile, latitude, longitude. This is the home latitude longitude of the site engineer. Only if the site engineer role is enabled, we the option for feeding the latitude longitude will be coming. This is why, because we can assign the cases to the nearest engineer. So let me show once we come to the process.
Excuse me, sir.
So the ID is created. So likewise, we can create multiple IDs under this teams. So the next
Your voice is
thing is the
breaking.
Sorry, I'm audible now.
Yes, but sometimes it's getting very breaking voice.
Sometimes, okay. So that may be due to the fluctuations of network. So is it audible now? Fine, right?
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing is a comparable. So likewise, we have the add button here at the right side. So I'm just adding a reference. For that, I need to enter the nearest landmark. So I'm selecting it. So I can move this. So the latitude longitude is captured now. I'm selecting the property type. So we can enter the details. If we have the photograph, we can upload. I'm sorry. minute.